I know everything has changed. Everything with you and me. 'Cause you know where my heart is, girl. In our bed we sleep. I hope we make it right.
Hi, welcome to our channel. This is PK and I'm Chaz.
Go.
And today we're going to be doing a story time for you guys about the time
We ran from a prostitute. We ran away from a prostitute.
Okay. And we're going to change names in this story for, I guess, for other people's privacy. I guess.
Well, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we're going to change people's names. So
Except for ours.
Obviously. But, okay. Let's see. We're going to name the girl.
Goddamn. Huh. Let's see.
Alright, we're going to name the girl Crystal. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we're going to name the guy Joe. I don't know, that's what popped in my head.
Joe.
Okay? Alright. How did that day start off? Well, we're here.
Yep.
We're
here.
where I live. And we drove an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, we drove an hour and 30 minutes to where I live. And you know, we were trying to plan a day, but there's not really much to do out there, so
well, there is. We went to the
parking deck.
Yeah, to where there's this big city, and we went to a parking deck, and we just hung out out there for a little bit.
It's where I used to hang out in high school when I was younger with some of my old friends.
Yeah, and it was nighttime by the time we got there.
Mhm.
And we're up there for a little bit.
Doing our thing, just chilling. And then we got bored, so we decided to
ride around the city.
So we ended up on this street that's known for its prostitution because we were curious. Well,
no, first of all, how it all really started, okay, they were talking about it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because they used to ride down the street during high school.
Yep.
And so me and Crystal were like really sketched out by it because we were like, we never seen no shit like that before.
And me and Joe were like, that shit's funny.
No,
y'all have to see it.
No, and like we were saying, because y'all were like, we're going to say something and stuff like that. But
Oh,
we're
yeah.
like, no, because they're females. Like, you know,
Yeah,
that's
they
bad.
thought that they were females, but all the prostitutes out there, they're niggas. Okay, they're dudes. So we were telling them that they were dudes, and they didn't believe it. So we went and we talked about this one prostitute that chased us and threw a crowbar at my car when I was in high school. But they didn't believe it. So we were down there and we started.
And remind you, we're in Crystal's car, and it's Joe driving and Crystal in the front with Joe, and then it's me and PK in the back. And like all of a sudden we're like passing like by this person that we seen, and like I couldn't see because it was dark.
It looked like a heavier set girl.
Yeah, like, and I was like that looked like a woman.
They all look like women.
Yo, like
bruh, it was a nigga.
His
hands
ass
down.
was all out.
Fucking fishnets.
Like, and it was cold as shit.
Yeah, it was brick out there. Like I was like, it was like 30 something degrees out there. But they were out there, you know, making their living. So we just rode by to show them. So Joe decides to stop the car at the stop sign by this hotel and just full stop, rolls down the window.
And no, also you rolled down the window. And they start just talking like shit because is this someone you know from high school?
No, it's not. That's not him. But there's another prostitute out there that I told her that that went to high school. This kid went to high school with us, but now he's a prostitute. Obviously, I'm not gonna say his name or anything like that. That's privacy. But yeah, so it was this heavier set girl. They thought, and I was like, no, look again. They looked again.
And like,
it was a nigga.
If he didn't talk, you would think that was a whole
right,
female.
Right. If he didn't say anything, you probably wouldn't have known because it was dark. But when it's like light, you can see the face, and it's like it's a
I got
nigga.
scared because like we're sitting there, and this nigga just starts running towards the car
Because we were talking shit, obviously, and then
and
like
he pulls something out.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, nigga," and he pulls something out. His purse looked like a knife, maybe
Yo,
a gun.
I thought it was a gun, so I was ducking.
They assumed it was a gun. It was probably
I
just a
was
knife,
ducking.
and they were running toward the car. And then Joe
Just
decides
stay there.
to fucking just stay there, not fucking move at all. Like I
And
was
I'm
like, my
like-
nigga, like, and then I was like, first I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna stay here just like, cause I knew he was fucking with him, but then I got worried because I was like, okay, this is getting a little too
And
carried
it's
away.
Crystal's car.
And this isn't our car, so like, and I said, Joe, you might want to go, and the prostitute got so close to the car,
So close.
like
I
you could
seen
probably
this-
reach out the window and like I
Yes.
could touch him.
Like I seen this whole person's face, cause like at first I couldn't see, cause like they're like there was a lot of distance between that sidewalk and the car.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he came off the sidewalk onto the road, and then there was a main highway.
like he's like full fledged running at us.
Yeah, hey, that motherfucker's big, but
He
yo,
can run.
that
He was literally
motherfucker
like
is
damn quarterback.
fast.
Like the nigga was
Also, the
running.
last time we fucked with him in high school, he was walking down the main strip,
This is so wrong. This is so wrong.
and one of my friends hit him in the back of the head with a bottle. And bro, this nigga started taking off running toward us, and he tripped in the middle of the highway. Dead ass.
I
That
didn't
shit
know
was
he
funny.
tripped.
Yeah, he tripped. That shit was funny. He like face planted because he. Okay, I don't care who you are. Niggas can't run in heels, bro.
Yes.
Female.
But he was
yes.
running that night.
He was running in full heat, like heels.
Like I can't even walk in heels that tall.
Yeah, that's something you put on a resume.
I
I'm
can't.
just saying, that's a skill.
I can't fucking walk in heels that
Shit, I can
tall.
barely walk in shoes. Anyway, but yeah, so we fucking took off. Finally, when the fucking guy's like literally 2 inches away from fucking grabbing Chaz's hair, and like, cause he was definitely gonna pull her little ass out the fucking car. He was trying to get his hands on somebody.
Yeah. That's
Anyway.
funny, I would not.
Yeah, I was like
would not-
trying to roll
I
up the
would
window.
not.
The window was going up slow.
I know, I rolled this bitch
I was like,
up.
oh
No, I
shit.
remember it just so makes fun of me because I was like, he's running.
Yeah. So like, yeah, we're talking shit, and this guy's like starts walking, then he starts running, and then Chaz is like, he's running.
Like, the fuck are we still here? Like, drive off, please. Like, we're gonna fucking die. Because I thought he had a gun.
Okay, he most likely probably.
And
had
Crystal's
it.
in the seat,
I
in the front
disagree.
seat. Like, she's stuck. Like, she was stuck. At first, she was like, oh shit.
And me and
And
Joe
then-
were just laughing like.
She just said, oh shit. That's all she said. And she just froze. This bitch didn't move.
Yeah.
And then, like, when.
That motherfucker was coming for us.
But when, like, the prostitute was getting closer, like, close as fuck to the car, like, to where, like, he could hit the car, that's when Crystal was like, yo, go. Like, my car, like, go.
That motherfucker was about to hit the car or like start
Yes.
punching it or shooting that motherfucker up. Nah, that's why
That
I
was a
like.
crazy night, though.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't a gun because if it was,
He would have shot.
I know those prostitutes, if they do have their hands on guns, they will shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And because they have thrown shit at my car before, and I know if they have objects, they will throw it. So I know if they have a gun, they'll shoot it. They might not try to kill you, but they will shoot the car.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I knew for a fact it wasn't a gun because as soon as he pulled it out, he probably would have shot. You know, but
And
it was a
also-
scary night. So we ended up riding.
No, there was something else crazy happened after that. Remember? We were driving, like, cause we were driving off really fast after, like, he got really close. That's when we finally, like, sped up, like, spun
Yeah,
off,
past that
whatever.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then George has to go back. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
this
we
motherfucker wait
We
for
tried to
us.
circle back, and I told him, I was like, yo, I was like, if it's a red light, like, run that shit. Like, run the red light. It's, you know, so we don't get fucking shot or the pimp comes after us. Because the pimp is watching
little
his
so
prostitutes.
scared.
Alright, so, like, it's a side street. There's a motorcycle dealership, and then there's a hotel right here. So, like, it's a side street, and then on both sides, in between is a side street. On both sides, it's a main highway.
How it all started when we became friends is I met PK and we all became really close. Like, we were all, like, really, really close.
I mean, yeah, he was my best friend.
Yeah, and, like, we all came, like, we were all, like, best friends in a group. So, and remind you, like, me see. Oh, I know where I was going with this now. Okay, and so like remind you, this is like when we're first starting hanging out with PK and Joe. Me and Crystal have been chilling for the longest time. Okay, we've done some crazy things before, but we never did no crazy shit until we started hanging out with PK and Joe. And so like,
gotta put a little thug in.
We were like, after the whole prostitute thing, we were just like, okay, yeah, these got problems. Like, we need to go home, bitch. Like, we need to drop these niggas off at home and we go home. But like, we just kept chilling. Okay, after leaving, like, that was like 5 minutes after we left, we're at a stoplight. And Joe's driving, remind you. Joe has the worstest road rage I've ever seen. I'm bad, but he beats me like 10 times. But we're like pulling off from like the light turns green, and then we start driving down the road, and this car like cuts us off, like jumps right in front of us, like we almost like hit the car. Yeah. And he's driving or whatever, and then this car like cuts us off, and he almost hits him, and so another stoplight comes up. And we are like right beside the person who cut us off. And remind you, before we got to the stoplight, Joe is speeding up to try to cut this person off, or like get to where like he could just say shit.
We tried to cut. Well, he cut him back off.
Yeah, and so we get to the stoplight.
And the guy behind us is like, he has his turn signal on, signaling us in front of us to pull over, so we can fight.
So Joe follows him. Like when he realized like Joe was gonna do it, this dude kept driving. And so like
we ended up pulling into an apartment complex right there.
Yeah, like Joe, like we're driving, and Joe's like talking to everyone. Was like, yeah, like pull over, like all this and that. And so the dude's actually turning into his actual apartment complex. But Joe flies around him and cuts him off, like
block off the whole, like he blocked off the whole entrance for the apartment complex. So nobody can come in, nobody can come out. So we started to get out of the car.
Yes, and then he gets out the car, like this dude flew open the car, like the door, and was just like, yo, my nigga, like.
He's like, my nigga, you got a problem?
Yes.
And the nigga was like, nah, he's like, you cut me off. And the nigga obviously doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight.
But Joe was tripping. Like, my friend, Crystal, she was scared. Like, she was like, yo, like, it's not really she was scared. She was, like, really, like, shocked because she's never seen Joe mad. And neither have I. But I was like, yo, what the hell? And, like, I'm looking at PK because PK, when he's mad, he doesn't talk. Like, if he wants to fight, he's just gonna, like, hit you. So, like, I'm seeing his hand, like, on the fucking handle, and I'm just like, no, nigga, like, don't.
She was trying to pull me back in the fucking car.
Like, I was even trying to say, and I'm like, alright, you can't do that. And, like, Joe's, like, saying all this shit and, like, yelling. And then the dude is just like, can you, like, move? That's all he said. He's like, can you move out my way? I'm
he
trying to
obviously didn't want no smoke.
Like, he was acting so hard in traffic.
Yeah.
But, like, until Joe, like, pulled in front of him, cut him off, and was like, get out of the car. Like, yeah, nigga, get out the car.
Because so, like, right where he cut us off at, his apartment complex was literally right after that light. And there was a pawn shop. Yeah, there's a pawn shop right across the street from the apartment complex. He tried to signal like he was going to go in there first so he wouldn't know. So we wouldn't know, like, where he was going or where he lived, which was smart on his part. But he ended up pulling from the middle lane and turning back into that apartment complex across the street. So we just blocked it off. And then all that altercation happened and the shit. But we didn't end up fighting because we ended up wanting to have a good night. So
no, actually that wasn't it. Because then Joe realized, like, there was a child in the back seat.
Oh, yeah. There was a kid. No, there was a kid in the passenger seat.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he wasn't a kid, but, like, he looked like he was 12, 13 years old. Like, he looked really young.
I seen there was a kid in the back seat, and he was just like, yo, like, and then that's when Joe got in the car. He was like, yeah, you're glad, like, you know, you got kids with you, like, you know, and he gets in the car.
I mean, we're not.
And the guy wasn't trying to fight him, so, like, Joe's not gonna just, like, go jump on this dude that's not trying to fight him. So we just pull out, and then, like.
I mean, it was gonna be 2-on-2. It was. I mean, I think there was another adult in the car, another, like, male in the car, but I don't know, like they didn't want to fight. Obviously, they didn't
I
get
was
out.
too worried
We
to get
were,
in the car.
yeah. I mean, we would have got like Joe got out of the car, and they obviously didn't get out of the car. If they both would have got out, then it would have been a problem. But they obviously didn't want to fight, so.
Mm-hmm.
So why start something with nobody else, you know?
And then after like pulling out, that's when Joe rolls down the window was like, "Don't let me see you around, you bitch ass niggas," and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Lord Jesus, please let me go home."
Yeah, he said you better watch your back or something like that. He said better watch your back around here, my nigga. That's what he said.
Yeah. And like after that night, I was scared. I need one text back. YouTube too much.
That was like when we first started talking. Were we even dating?
Yeah.
We were. I think we were. Yeah, we had just started dating, but like it was still
like a
very.
weekend.
Yeah. Exactly. It had been days. Like we'd been dating for days, like a couple days.
Yeah.
Maybe like 4.
Yeah.
4, like 3 or 4 days. And she. Yeah, quite the impression.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, this
Shut
ain't
up.
gonna
You
work.
fell in love. Shut up.
Fell in love with the little thug.
Oh,
Within you.
please hush. Anyway.
No, but like, I don't know, cause like when me and Crystal got home, we were like, yeah, maybe we need to leave them the fuck alone. They a little too much for us.
Oh,
But now it's just like, it is what it is. Yeah, he's my boo love.
She's lying.
I'm lying.
No, I was joking.
Oh, that's what I thought. But that's our story time. I hope you guys liked it. And well, like it if you like and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, bye.
For rich or poor, we won't be broke, but baby, even if a nigga